Isn't it so
Yeah.
funny that Disney, the ones who are constantly virtue signaling about this or that, talking about gender equality, talking about all these things, how much they appreciate their employees and want representation and diversity, all this stuff. Isn't it funny when they end up getting sued for, I don't know, something like not paying women as much as the men? Wouldn't that be ironic, Jay? Well, as it
Are you
turns out, it's been
serious?
brewing for a while, but here it is. Judge allows 9,000 women to sue Disney for pay disparity. We've never seen people that preach the loudest that end up having the most to hide, have we, Jay?
Never.
Never,
Ever.
ever. Now, this is a lawsuit that's been brewing for a while. I think
Several
it's been in the
years.
works since like 2019, 2020, somewhere around there, where when you look across the board, it looks like Disney's not paying the women as much as they're paying the men. Now, normally, you know what I would say to that? I would say maybe there's a lot of factors involved in that. Maybe it's the fact that some of these women aren't as good at negotiating for certain salaries. Maybe that's why they don't end up making as much as some of their male counterparts. There's a lot of different things that can explain it. However, when you're Disney and you have decided to virtue signal so hard, people are going to hold your feet to the fire, especially your employees, when they don't feel like you're practicing what you're preaching. And this could be a very costly lawsuit for them. A judge on Friday certified a class action lawsuit that alleges that Disney paid 9,000 women less than their male counterparts. This suit is the largest ever certified under California's Equal Pay Act, which makes it illegal for workers to be paid less than for substantially similar work based on their gender. The plaintiff's attorney applauded the ruling. Quote, Disney has been gaslighting these women for 4 years. They love their jobs. They love the brand, but they want to be respected and treated the way they should be in the workplace. Disney expressed disappointment in a written statement. We're disappointed with the court's ruling on Equal Pay Act claims and are considering our options. The class includes female Disney employees who have worked for the company in California since April 2015 in a non-union position below the level of vice president. Basically, you're talking about over the course of 8 years or so, 9,000 people who could be seeking compensation from Disney for not getting paid as much as men.
The Disney lawyer, she said something along the lines of like, we're disappointed in this because we're talking about people. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but the way they broke it down is it's like if you got hired to work at a hotel, there are different levels and different managers and different jobs in a hotel. You got cooks, you got cleaners, you got hosts, you got people behind, you got all these things. She's saying that these people are complaining that it's not like one pay grade across the board. The funny thing is, in this article, she talks about the Star Wars Twitter, like the Star Wars Twitter manager shouldn't get paid the same as a DJ or a nurse or someone else that even though they're in the same department, they have different titles and things like that. So I'm like, I hope with everything in me that the crazy woman that's running the Star Wars Twitter is involved somehow in this lawsuit. That she might be upset that she ain't getting paid as much as like maybe a doctor that works in the facility.
You know what would make it even more sad? I wish that would be the case, but I'm pretty sure the person who runs the Star Wars Twitter account is like a 39-year-old dude.
It's possible. But I'm just saying she did mention that Star Wars social media director in this as part of the different jobs that pay differently.
Yeah, this is one of the things she says, and the judge almost mocks her when she says it. And it's true, right? We're talking about a lot of different responsibilities, a lot of different people that have completely different scopes of work that might be having to be compared to different people in the course of 9,000 people in this lawsuit. This is a quote from the Disney lawyer. Just because two employees are in the same job, family, and level doesn't mean their work is substantially similar. She read off a long list of job titles: music producers, pastry chefs, blah, 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 Star Wars social media managers, to argue that class members were too diverse to merit certification. There are different segments, different business areas in different locations. They report to different managers. They're in completely different industries, which pay completely differently. The judge says this: I know, it's going to be horrendous, Burl said in a lightly mocking tone. Challenging the argument that there's no efficient way to establish pay disparities across large groups. You're telling me Disney has no system of categorizing pay grade levels? So basically, this ruling allows the lawsuit to go forward as is. The biggest class action for gender discrimination we've ever seen in California. Could be a huge payout from Disney at the end of this thing. But it seems like every week we turn around, Disney's getting sued by somebody else for something. So this is just another drop in the bucket of bad PR for this company.
These are the type of politicians that they wanted in place in California. These are the people that they hired, and these are the statements that they constantly make. Guys, we're Disney. Everybody's going to be equal. Everything's going to be great.
That's right.
You know, so they found a 2% difference in pay for certain categories, I guess. And now it's like, oh, really? You said we're all the same, so let's all sue.
Yeah, like normally I would be like making fun of these women, probably. You know what I mean? That's probably what I would be doing, because I think there's a lot of reasons why some people don't get paid as much as others. Sometimes people are just fucking better at their jobs. Sometimes people are able to negotiate better things. Sometimes people aren't as committed to the job as others for one reason or another, whether it's because you want to start a family, blah, blah, blah. But in this case, I think an exception is worthy, because Disney are the ones who have been preaching the loudest about all this bullshit. Same thing with that, right? When they say, we love the gay community, then we cut your gay scenes out of Middle East releases so we can actually get it released. Same fucking shit. Same hypocritical shit.